Hello and welcome to Front Row Racing. It's time for the PCS, the Project Car Sunday League. You might have to turn that down a bit, James. I can hear myself. I forgot what I was going to say now. That really put me off. Yeah, it's time for round 10 of the Project Cars Sunday League in the Ginetta Juniors. Now, I would usually say we're on for a cracking race, but to be honest, I think here we're going to be on for an absolutely frantic race. We're at Catalunya National for 27 laps, which kind of just goes to show how short this circuit is. Now, joining me in the commentary box this week, we have Shabba. Shabba.
Hey,
do you want to know
worried
why?
About your ears? Think about mine. Bloody my ears full whack. Hello and welcome. Right ears.
I do apologise. So, do you want to know why you're going down as Shabba?
No, I don't have a clue. Come on,
Mr. Bufferman instead of Mr. Loverman.
Hey.
Mr. Bufferman.
buffer my ass.
That's not too bad though, considering that I only just thought of that. I thought that was pretty good. I was going to try and sing it, but I just haven't quite got that for that type of song.
Laps into that race. I think you could tell about 20 laps into that race on Friday I was not buffering at all.
No, that is true. I must admit, you took part in the PCF on Friday, and you did have a great race. Had one of the best overtakes in that race as well, around turn 1.
Oh yeah,
around the outside.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice one. That
I did it twice in the race, but the second time it wasn't caught on camera, unfortunately. But the first one was pretty special.
Yes, the first one was. Okay, so on to the Project Cars Sundays then. We're in the Ginetta Juniors. Well, I say we are. The drivers are, because we're in the commentary box. Now, the championship has been wrapped up in the Ginetta Juniors with Dave the Harp, who's currently sat in the pits. He's the champion, the first PCS champion, sitting on 173 points. A good 31 ahead of Adam 4600, who's in second place, who, as we know, is fairly damn quick in these Ginetta Juniors. So do you reckon he's going to be up there fighting for the victory here in what is a very short circuit?
Yeah, I think with the amount of laps we've got, if somebody doesn't pit this week and wins, I am sending them a personal cheque in the post. I'm not saying the amount.
No. I can imagine it won't be much.
Because it is Christmas time, a bit skint this time of year, but they might get some if they win and they don't pit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, with the nature of this circuit, it is Catalunya National Circuit, so it is the very short circuit. You're going round turn 1 before you've actually exited the full Grand Prix circuit pit lane. And then we're into the fantastic uphill left-right chicane, which obviously won't be as high speed, given you're approaching them so much sooner. And then into a fantastic part of the track before we get to the Mickey Mouse section at the end. So it's very short, it's very twisty, it's going to be very punishing on the tyres. We could actually potentially see a 2-stop race around here, or a 1-stop or a non-stop. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Now on screen I've got GT5 King. Do you want to mention anything about this young man?
Well, he's not bad, is he?
He spun it! Come on, Kingy! Right, we can't start that off too soon, but now we spun it, it means he's got 2 cars right up his trumpet. And I'll tell you what, the track is something that we're going to struggle with today, James, is because it is such a short track. It's going to be busy everywhere. No matter where you look, there's going to be a car somewhere near a car. So,
that's what we want.
Yeah, GT5 spun it again. I mean, you're right. We do want we want to see action, and in these Ginetta Juniors on this shorter track, I think we're definitely going to get it. Because even if you spin out, by the time you get going again, the cars have probably done a lap, and you're still within the fight. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. But I'm going to watch Adam 4600 for a moment, because he has shown he's got speed, and I would like him to go out with a victory here. Ray wouldn't, because Ray needs to beat him by 9 points to level up their score. Whether he can do it or not, we'll have to wait and see.
To be fair, I don't think anybody but Adam would like to see him win.
That is true. That is true.
Other than me. It would to say he's been my tip for the year. I think he's come quite good, to be fair. Not that I'm saying he was bad before, but
He come good, has he?
yeah, he's not a bad driver, is he?
He's doing all right behind the wheel. Yeah. I can't believe you avoided that innuendo so beautifully. Admittedly, we do need to probably wait about half an hour, well, about 20 minutes before we hit the watershed, and I've just realised my computer is still connected to the internet, so let me quickly disconnect that, as it may disrupt the live stream. Okay, so Adam's into the final couple of corners. Let's see how he's gonna get on. I've no idea what kind of lap times these cars are going to do around this track, so throughout this qualifying session we're going to find out. So what's it going to be from Adam? It's a long way to the finish line. It's a 128.2, but it's only second place. What's the chances it's Dave the Harp in first? No, it's Hesselden on a 127.5, and he's coming in.
Just gone over the line in fourth with a 129.6.
Okay, Hesselden is coming up to the final 3 corners, and I think he's got Dave the Harp ahead of him. So it's going to get very busy here. We're going to have cars going over the line.
Trying to get out of the way.
I wondered whether he was just having a moment or going slow. He's giving the guy the room as he improved on his time.
Dave's about to start his lap.
Hesselden didn't improve, well, Dave was compromised. Oh, Ray's off! Ray's off! Well, he's managed to not hit the wall, but he has gone off. Woolhouse is in fourth at the moment. Let's see if we've got anyone coming up towards the finish line. Montana's just crossed it with a 130. GT5 King's on a 130. My bad, he's off the pace a bit on a 130. Dave the Harp actually is still in the pits. So it wasn't Dave the Harp out on track, it was My bad that was getting out of Hesselden's way.
To be fair, I've just sort of wandered down to see what's going on in the pits. And Dave the Harp saying he's just doing a final few tweaks to his setup, and he believes if he nails it, he'll be on a 126.
Ooh, so
that's a big thing to say, isn't it?
It is.
At least another half second in front of Hesselden.
Well, it's not showing off if you can back it up.
We're about to find out.
Yep, you watch. He'll get all of his laps disqualified now. Okay, Hesselden's coming around the final couple of corners again. Let's see if he's up on this lap. He's had a clear track ahead of him on this occasion. So if Dave's looking at 126s, Hesselden's going to need to knock a good second off his lap time here to really fight him. Can he do it? A 126.9. You better get... Dave better get a shift on.
He better.
Now, Adam 4600 is still in second place. Ray's coming into the final 3 corners now. He's got a car just ahead of him. Now, Ray, I mean, he needs a good session here, but he has been telling us he's not really been doing any practice around this track. He's been playing about with other things. And we have told him that if you do that, it does make you go blind. But he won't believe us. He's gone second.
He just knocked out... Yeah, half a second, wasn't it? Or a second?
I didn't actually look at what his previous time was, but
I think it was 28. So yeah, he's knocked at least half a second off.
He's definitely improved then.
He's jumped in front of Adam, who's just about to go over the line now. He's improved and he's just jumped back in front with a 127.1.
Okay. Jones, he's currently was in 4th place. He's just been bumped down to 5th by Woolhouse, who has just crossed the line with a 129.0. So let's see how Jonesy gets on through the final sector here. The thing is, this is a track where if you've got a nice clear track ahead of you, your chance of getting a good lap time is really, really there. In the race, this is going to be one frantic battle because there's not a lot of room on track around here. Turn 1, 2, 3 and 4 is going to get very, very interesting. So can Jonesy improve?
Turn 1, I think we'll see a lot of Senna Mansell side by side down into there.
Oh yes, definitely. Driver Montana crosses the line, goes fourth with a 1:28.9. Let's see, Woolhouse and Jonesy back in the pits, GT5 back in the pits, Jason out on track in the luminous yellow car, currently sitting on a 1:31.4 and does have a car behind him. I'm not sure who that, I think that's Hesselden.
I'm not too sure if Dave the Harp is just on his out lap. Just seems to be pushing, just going into the last sector now. But he needs to get a move on. He's only got 6 minutes.
Yep. So
and he hasn't set a time yet.
He could get 2, maybe 3 laps in. A minute and a half a lap. 3 minutes for 2 laps. 4.5 minutes for 3 laps. He should be able to get 3 in. Jason stays 8th. My Bad stays 9th. Lielmo McElroy's joined us in the Ginettas. Not set a lap time yet. And Dave the Harp just sets his first lap time for 1:27.6, but we'll do a lap on board with him, seeing as he is the PCS champion.
I think down at turn 1, Adams outbraked himself.
I think you may be right. Yep, there he is in the background. So Dave the Harp's passed him on track for the first time this evening, and Dave will be hoping that he gets pole position and doesn't have to pass anybody else. But we have seen in the past Dave struggled a little bit with... We've got a car facing the wrong way. I think that might be Jonesy. He's lost it at the top of the hill. Where Dave the Harp overtakes 2 cars then, as they're having offs. They're obviously getting out of the champion's way. Oh, Dave's hard on the brakes. Go on.
To say that Ray's not had much practice, he's done quite well to be on pole at the moment.
Is also Ray snuck through on pole, has he? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see if Dave's... 26.8, good time by Ray. So if Dave's thinking he's going to be in the 26s, he needs to be doing it about now, because a few of the other guys are getting faster and faster. And in these cars, that's what happens. You burn off a little bit of fuel, your tyre temperatures come up, the grip level comes up, and really you want to be out on track towards the end of the session where the grip's there, the temperature's there. Go and pound those laps in. So is Dave going to go and steal pole position? A 1:26.4.
Oh, my neck. That's not bad.
He's just set the benchmark. Ray is in second in the pits with a 1:26.8.
And he's just exiting the pits now.
Okay,
he's just seen that time.
Yeah, and realised, you swine.
He knows he's got to find that second now.
Okay, Adam 4600 is still going round. He's crossed the line once more, but he's not improved on his lap time yet. But then he did have an off. We saw him on Dave the Harp's lap, so... I wonder if Adam's going to be able to improve at all. Driver Montana crossing the line now. Oh, he's in the same car as Jonesy, I think. So it could have been Montana. He's in 5th with a 1:28.8. And then we've got 3 cars all together. That is Jonesy. Somebody else and Woolhouse. Yeah, Jonesy. I'm not sure who the other car is at the moment. If I go and flick over.
King.
GT5 King. Trying to get a bit of slipstream. So is Jonesy going to improve on his lap time? No, he doesn't. Has GT5 King?
No, he hasn't, no.
No. I tell you what, if you thought that was busy, we've got My Bad, Jason, Hesselden, and another car, Dave the Harp, all heading down onto the start-finish as My Bad moves out of the way. He hasn't quite moved out of the way. He's kind of giving the room, but starting his lap. Jason improves to 5th place. Oh, I told you that this is going to get frantic and busy, and it really, really is. This is going to be so difficult to keep up with exactly what's going on here. Adam 4600 about to cross the line. Oh, 1:26.438. Now that's what you call close. And guess what? Dave the Harp is in the pits. He can't do anything about that.
No.
Oh, Adam showing he's got what it takes. It's down to Ray now as he's coming down the start-finish to start what will be his final flying lap. Adam 4600 can get one more in, and we've got a lot of cars close together. For the guys who have got a bit of free space...
Pits, but he isn't going to have time to get a lap in.
He's not.
Unless he can find some epic shortcut.
Oh, Ray, big sideways. Oh, no, he's lost it. He couldn't quite control it, pushing hard. But now... he's parking that one. I don't blame him. Right, let's see. A few drivers back into the pits now. We've got Woolhouse and I think that's driver Montana about to cross the line. Woolhouse could get a slipstream benefit here. He stays in 7th place. It was Jonesy ahead of him who's in 8th. Lee McElroy will be able to complete the lap that he's on now. We've not followed him much, so I reckon we'll follow him. Oh no, he's off as well. That's it. That's his session over. GT5 King's just crossed the line. Can get one more lap in. What about Adam 4600? Is he going for another one?
Yeah, he's been pushing like mad. Just been watching him through the final sector.
So up to the line then. Is he up? Is he up? Is he going to get into the 25s maybe? No, he's not improved.
No, he hasn't improved.
Dave the Harp, he's not going to have enough time to complete the lap.
Heselden's probably going to be the last one to finish his lap.
Okay, so he's sat in 4th place at the moment. He's 5/10 off Adam and Dave at the moment. So he needs a damn good lap here. Through sector, oh no, he's already been through sector 1, so I can't tell you what time he's done there. 20.9. That could be good. Oh, we got GT5 King getting out of his way and then overtaking him. That's Heselden's lap over. So can GT5 King then? Oh, I'll tell you what, we've got 2 cars, Woolhouse and Jonesy. These two are always next to each other.
Woolhouse has been compromised massively. Through that last sector, he must have lost about a second through there.
Oh dear.
Not improved either.
No, and neither has Jonesy. Can GT5 King? He's got 23 seconds to get to the finish line. Can he improve on a 1:30.8? Now, he's had no practice. He didn't even know he was going to be racing until about a minute before we started. So he said, I don't mind racing. And he's weaving across the line like he'd won the race, but he definitely hasn't. So my bad is in 11th, and that's pretty much it, I think. As a couple of guys still test out what grip is on the track, but I've got to say, what an effort by Adam 4600 there. Talk about close up at the top. 126.438 and Dave the Harp on a 126.485. Close. Then we've got Ray, Heselden, Montana, Jason, Woolhouse, Jonesy, Elmo, GT5 King, and then my bad. This race, when it gets going, because we're into a 5-minute warm-up session now, folks. This race, when it gets going, it might be easier to keep up with what's going on than qualifying, because obviously they'll be in a race order. But as we could see in that qualifying session, one car may be on its own, but then you might have 4 or 5 that aren't. And Adam and Dave, they're going to be fighting out the front. Ray's going to be giving it everything he's got. Heselden is quick. So we
straight away. We've got Woolhouse just took out
Jonesy
straight away. Yeah, probably. Straight out of the pits, just took him out.
I hope those two are friends. Otherwise, those two have had a rivalry going on this season that could only be matched by. Well, let's think of 2 people that don't like each other very much.
Webber and Vettel.
True. I was more thinking Monica Lewinsky and Clinton. but I mean, to be fair though, I mean, if you were president, okay, if you're married, infidelity is not good, don't do it. But if you're president, opportunities are going to come your way, aren't they?
Yeah. He did. I was once interviewing him, and he did tell me it was.
You were interviewing Clinton.
One hell of a blow, he said.
All right. I'm surprised though that he's able to run a card business as well as being president.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Well, I didn't know you could do Clinton. Oh dear. We're like teenagers while the parents are away.
This is it. It's Sunday night. It's commentary. It's commentary with Clinton.
Commentary with Clinton. Oh dear. Well, in that case, you might want to keep an eye on. Let's see if we've got 2 cars that are close on track in practice. Oh, Jonesy. There's always going to be something happening with Jonesy.
Should get the track map to help me out on the corners. Seems we're missing sector 1.
A few of the corners around here do have corner names. Turn 1 doesn't seem to. Turn 2 is Worth. Then we're up to the top of the hill, up to Campsa. Then Nissan La Caixa, Banca da... Oh, excuse me. Bank de Sabadell. And
That's
then
where-
you're...
That's where Clinton sat watching.
And then we've got Europe car. I mean, cool, if that's not sponsoring, I don't know what is.
We'll just call it Eurocar. I'm not having that P in there. It's too much of a...
Yeah. And then we're into the final corner, the final right-hander, New Holland. Really?
I think somebody just made up these words. They don't
Quite
sound very
possibly.
Spanish to me, apart from Banca de Sambal, whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, Nissan, that's Japanese. But anyway, we're down to about a minute and a half left of the warm-up session, where the guys can stick some fuel in, see what the car handles like, or mainly get their setup sorted. But to be fair, most drivers lately, they do say that what they prefer to do is fill their car with enough fuel to get to the end and then deal with the tyres as they go through the race. Oh, my bad's car. Now, I've seen cars with no wheels. His was wheels with no car for a split second then. Now, I mean, if people want to try hallucinogenic mushrooms or anything like that, feel free to do so, but I didn't cook my own dinner today, so if I imagined that, then I'm going to have to blame the sister-in-law.
No, well, his tyres are all there at the moment. Mind you, it seems a bit of a weird, glitchy day for racing games, as I were on my Formula 1 game earlier, and Rosberg's tyres were turning left even though he was going straight.
Oh, interesting. Well, hopefully the tyre wear matched what he was doing. Whew. I tell you what, Jason, I can't remember exactly where he started in this race, but we saw what happened last week.
He's got some speed through them corners, through Nissan.
Well, I mean, he's a quick driver. He's a very smooth driver as well. And if it wasn't for that little bit of lack of fuel last week, he'd have won that race.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if he can perhaps work his way through this grid a little bit. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a feeling that we're going to have quite a big crash down at turn 1 in this race. I don't want to commentators curse anyone, but it's just with the nature of the start here, I think that's what we're going to get. But anyway, we're about to start the final race of the season, round 10 here in Catalunya in the Ginetta Juniors. So we're waiting for the lights. 2 lines of red, 3 lines of red, a line of green, and away we go. So they are now on their way down towards turn 1, and we'll see if we can get a decent view of what may be going on here. Ray, he's going for Dave the Harm. Adam 4600, where's he disappeared to? He was on pole position.
He's down in the 9th at the moment.
Oh dear, so he's
getting a bit physical down at turn 1. We've got...
Is it Woolhouse or is it...
Jason's got a nice line through there.
Oh, 3 wide as we head up the hill.
I think Jason might have been sandbagging. He's now up to 4th. He's made a cracking start.
You're not wrong there, he has. And Adam 4600 is in 11th.
Oh, it's all gone Pete Tong for him. And Dave Hart now has got a nice run on Ray. This is personal.
Up the inside.
Is Ray going to do the switchback? Oh, he's tapped him and that's lost him speed. Is it going to... Oh, Montana now. He's going to have to cut the curb just to avoid him. Oh, no, that's not what you want to do, Montana. Oh, Montana. What was that?
I'm not sure there was a lot he could do about that. I wonder if that was one of those collisions where there was a tiny bit of contact and away Ray goes.
Jason's just been hit by Montana. Montana's driving into Jason like as if he's not there. And now Jason, who had insult to injury, has just got a time boost penalty.
He has, he's got power boost penalty, so he's going to get overtaken by everyone. We said that this was going to be a frantic race, and it's been a frantic opening lap. My goodness me. I think
this is cool with Woolhouse, Montana and Jonesy. We've got the centre moment between Montana and Jonesy. It's a 3 wide, and we Woolhouse up the inside.
Can they all get round?
Oh, Woolhouse got the both.
Oh, contact! And they're off!
Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Who was that?
It was almost a repeat of the collision that happened with Ray, but Jason's now back up to 6th place. Lee Elmo's up to 5th. Adam 4600 is now up to 4th place. With Driver Montana, no, Adam 4600 is up to 3rd place. He's just taken Driver Montana through the Nissan curves. Hesselden is in 2nd.
I think who's lost it? GT5 King just lost it coming out of Nissan.
My bad's gone as well.
There's a lot of contact going on.
Alright, we'll see if we could catch back up with this action. Could do with finding one of the leader cars that's going to allow us to see all of them. But I think GT5 King and My Bad it was that just had a bit of a contact there. Oh, Leo McElroy nicely sideways as they come through Eurocar. Adam 4600 now up to 3rd. He's pulling away.
Jason's on the fight back in 6th. He's hunting down Lee and Montana. Montana looks to be struggling a bit.
Perhaps that trying to fight off Adam 4600 has just overheated his tyres a little bit. I mean, we mentioned it in the warm-up that Jason could have a bit of speed around here. He worked his way up to 4th place quite quick. Jonesy and Ray, I think it is, side by side now into turn 1. Ray's got the speed to be ahead in the braking zone. And around the first corner they go. Now Jonesy's a little cautious there because he knows what happened the last time he went round the corner, where he ended up going off into the gravel with another car. We've got My Bad in 9th, GT5 King in 10th, and Woolhouse into the pits already.
Everybody's turning right like as if they think they're on a Formula 1 track.
Oh, Jason! Sorry, Jason Elmo.
Going around the outside.
What a move!
What a move!
Now, Montana and Elmo were sort of side by side and fighting through Nissan. That allowed Jason to get close. Elmo's now trying to get Jason to speed up. Trust me, you don't need to tell him to do that. He'll do it anyway. Now, something to keep an eye on is whether Adam 4600 is going to be able to catch up with Hesselden, who is in 2nd place. Because, Jason's looking up the inside into Eurocar.
Go on, Go on. What? Oh, he's having to defend now. From Lee. Lee's going to try. No, Lee's turning into him. What was that, Lee?
I think that was a situation a lot like the other collisions. The tiniest bit of contact on the rear end.
That's twice where he's defended the corner and the driver behind just drove into him. So
whereabouts is Jason now then? He's down in 8th place. So got it all to do again. GT5 King and My Bad going at it down the start-finish straight. Let's hope they're using a little bit of protection. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a bad GT5.
Here we go down into is GT5 King he's got the nice line for it.
Oh no, he's lost it. He's lost it. Slow. I would say we'll look at that in slow motion, but it was looking like slow motion anyway. Okay,
he looked like he was being a bit too polite for his own good. Jason's now going to have to do the fight back again. He's down in 8th, but he's clearly got the speed through these corners.
Adam 4600, he's all over the back of Hesselden now, so I can see that he's going to be attacking very, very soon. And we're only 3 laps into this race. I mean, it seems like they've done many, many more laps, but we are only 3 laps into this race. There's so much going on. If that's what the first 3 laps have got in store for us, what are the next 24 going to do? Well, for Dave the Hart, it's going to be easy by the looks of things, but go on.
Adam and Hesselden are going to have to get a wriggle on because Ray's only 7 seconds behind and he's been taken out twice already. He's been clawing them in for the past 2 laps. He's taken about 3 seconds out of both of them. Let's
have a quick look at their lap times. It's driver Montana. Sorry, it's driver Montana that's behind him, behind Adam, but Ray is behind Montana.
Montana's not as fast as Ray.
No, you're right there.
Been watching him through the corners. Ray's just eating into him.
Yep, Ray's definitely the quicker of these 2 drivers, so he needs to get past Montana as early as he can. As Montana looks at going a little bit defensive up over the crest of the hill, but Ray's going to carry the speed up the inside into Nissan, is he? No, decides against that move there, but that's compromised him now into the final sector. And I tell you what, Hesselden's...
Ray needs to, if he wants to battle for the lead, he needs to get past Montana as quick as possible.
I think Dave the Harp's just had a bit of a bad lap because Hesselden and Adam are catching him, or at least that's how it looked. Adam's dropped off a little bit from the back of Hesselden at the moment. Montana, Ray's all over the back of him again.
They just need to keep it nice and tidy. Our
friend Jason, he's just overtaken Lee Elmo McElroy. Oh, and Elmo, he's losing it. He's lost it. He's decided to park that Ginetta Junior up next to Eurocar. I doubt they'll take it, though, because they don't have a passenger seat in them.
My bad's just jumped him into 8th.
Yep.
And we've got Ray's making the move on Montana. It's all about braking now. It should be easy for him now.
Now, Ray's definitely looked to have good straight line speed in this car around this track. So down the start finish, definitely the easier overtaking place. So perhaps he did just play it cautious throughout the rest of the previous lap, so he could be in position to overtake down the start finish.
Yeah, as I proved on Friday, it's not worth risking it if you've clearly got the pace.
Hesselden's just ran wide, giving Adam 4600 a glimpse.
Montana's just took out the 200 metre marker board. Not that we need it round here, but
no, not in these cars.
It may be on the straight between Nissan and Kayak, however it is.
The Kayak. Oh, Adam 4600, brave move up the inside.
Oh, that was close.
That was close. He decided against it at the last moment.
And the more Adam keeps making these half-hearted moves, the more Ray's just going to keep closing in.
Yeah, he'd have been better off in that situation, just holding behind Hesselden and overtaking him down this straight now. Instead, he looked for the move, it didn't work, and now he's got to catch back up again. And as you say, Ray is in 4th place, and he is catching them quick. He's just done his personal fastest lap, so he's on a charge. Montana not that far behind him, then Jonesy in 6th. Jason not that far behind him in 7th place.
Oh, Ray's just gone deep into turn 1 and ended up taking out one of the cones. Must have lost about half a second there.
Oh dear. Now GT5 King in 10th place, not too far behind Lee Elmo McElroy. And I think we haven't talked much about tyres since the start of this race, but we are 6 laps in now. These tyres will be beautifully temperatured, make up a word there. But whether they're going to have maximum grip at this level, I don't know. But
Ray's lost it. Coming out of Nissan.
Oh dear, not good for Ray. He's going to have to get that car going because here comes Jonesy flying straight past him to take 5th place. So Ray was on a charge, and there's Jason as well.
Through. Come on, Jason.
I'd rather not.
Give up.
It gets a bit messy, I haven't got any wet wipes. That reminds me, actually, I need to nip out to the shop after this, otherwise we're going to run out of toilet roll. You never want to be in that situation. Now, Adam,
can you pick us up some large Yorkie buttons, please?
I could do. I've been to the shop 3 times today. But I didn't even think about getting myself some chocolates. Well, I say that. I've got a giant tub of chocolate profiteroles.
Well, even though Ray lost it through there, he's carrying a lot of speed. He's going to be all over Jason soon, but Jason's got some speed. I think the one under pressure is Jones. Can he hold them both behind him?
I'm not so sure. Jason's good at applying pressure. Ray's good at doing exactly the same thing. So Jason trying to get Jonesy out of position, which he's managed to do, which is allowing them to be side by side. But now Jason...
Is he going to be smart and just watch the drama unfold?
Ray, being smart... No, he's going to go for it.
He's flashing his lights. He's got a lot of speed. He's got a lot of acceleration up the hill. He might be taking Jason as well down into the Kayak.
Oh, Jason's gone defensive though. He's saying no.
Yeah, he knows it.
You're having none of that.
He's got a lot of pace. Oh, Ray's just been hit from behind. Bad driving there, unfortunately, from Montana. Ended up tapping Ray.
It was Jonesy, but yeah, we could blame Montana, even though he's in 4th place. The next car ahead.
It's the same livery.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Montana.
I'm not. It's all your fault, Montana. go back to singing songs. Oh, sorry, that's
Ray's
Hannah.
If Ray can carry the speed, which he has done, he's going to have a lot of pace down this main start-finish straight.
So
I was wondering his car is set up for acceleration.
I was wondering if Jason was going to go defensive. He definitely is.
Jason's doing the Hamilton and who was it now? Petrov moved down at Malaysia.
Yep. You're not having my slipstream, but is Ray going to go around the outside? He might be able to duck back up the inside.
Oh, he's just tapped the back. Can he take it all the way around the outside now?
Well,
he's cut back again.
He's going to have the speed over the top of the hill, though, because Jason was compromised on entry. So this is where Ray has been quick so far. So can he make any kind of move on the exit of this corner? Perhaps not.
Oh, he's taken a lot of speed through here. He's got the run now. If he don't make the move, oh, he's gone defensive. Is Ray going to try it again? The up and under. Oh, he's trying it round the outside.
I like that. Jason covered off. He was slow enough mid-corner to cover off the undercut, but Ray's gone round the outside of him. Go on, Jason.
This is close. This is battling. This is what I like to see.
Like I say, it is a good fight between these two, which means it's probably going to end in sheer disaster as Jonesy catches them up and nails them both off the track. I don't mean that, But Ray is now ahead. But that was a brilliant little battle. That was, Jonesy's going for the pits. That was all about, for Ray, making Jason position his car in a place he doesn't want to put it because it makes him go slower, which allows him to make an overtake a few corners later. Exactly. While that's been going on, we've missed Adam 4600 getting past Hesselden. He's now up to second place, and he is just about got the fastest lap over Dave the Hart by 1/10 of a second, and Adam was 1/10 of a second faster on the previous lap. So Dave may come under a little bit of pressure soon.
Yeah, it will have piqued Dave's interest knowing that Adam's right behind him, because I have been having words with Dave telling him that Adam, when he strings it all together, he is quick, and he knows that.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a few people ask me, I mean, we mentioned it last week, it's like, Adam is fast in these cars. How is he not able to do the same in F1? Well, they are completely different cars, handled completely differently, two completely different games. But Adam is definitely a force to be reckoned with in these class of cars, and I can't wait for the next season in the PCS league with the Ginetta G55 GT3s, where the cars are a bit more powerful, they're going to sound better, they're going to look better, to see whether some people improve again in those cars, or perhaps some have struggled in these that will get on better in those, or perhaps people like Dave the Hart, Adam, Ray, Jason are just going to up their level even more in those slightly more powerful motors.
Yeah, it's Dave's got. Who's going for the pit? Somebody's going for the pit. Somebody in Dave's livery.
That would be my bad to guess. Yes, he's in the pit lane. So 10 laps in, looks like a pit stop window then. That's going to put us onto a 2-stop strategy. So perhaps a short middle stint or a short ending stint. If anyone...
It's surprising. I'm watching Ray. After he's overtaken Jason, he's not pulled out as much as I thought he would. It was two laps ago that he forced Jason out of position and got past. But he hasn't pulled away as much. I'm wondering if Ray's tyre wear is just starting to kick in.
Quite possibly. Now Ray is lapping about a second and a half faster than driver Montana, but he's on a similar pace to the leaders at the moment, so he's going to struggle to catch the leaders, but Montana definitely within his sights.
And Dave's now got his my bad just coming out of the pit just in front of him, so that's going to give Adam a bit of confidence if if Dave ends up having to overtake rather than blue flags taking effect.
That is true. Now we've got 16 laps remaining, so the drivers have done 11 laps. If they can get to about lap 13, 14 laps remaining, they can one-stop this race. So we'll see if any of the drivers are going to go for it.
I'm watching Hesselden through Nissan. He's taking about a second out of Adam through there.
Now we saw Adam at a couple of previous races. Oh, my bad's clearly out of the way for the drivers here.
That's one way to let the drivers past.
And
Maybe
guess who's
bit of an extreme way.
Guess 8th for 9th place. They're always on track together. I'm surprised they're actually not in the same car, but they probably do share the same trailer. Let's just hope they don't share the same girlfriend. Not advisable.
Indy.
No, that's not Indy, it's windy. Oh, God. Oh, Jonesy.
He's breaking a bit deep into there, following Jonesy rather than breaking at his normal braking point.
I mean, something I do like about these two is they are all out, you let it all dangle, we're going for it. Drivers, it doesn't always work for them, sometimes it does affect other people's races, but at least they're out, they're giving it a good go, as I think Woolhouse is about to now. No, he decides against it. GT5 King those up to 7th. I was going to say as well, we've seen in previous races Adam 4600 try and push his tyres without a stop to the end of a race. At one of the races it worked. I think that was in Dubai. In another race though it didn't. His tyres just completely dropped off the cliff. Oh, and Dave's off. He's sideways. He's off the track. He is. Adam 4600. He's going to take first place.
Is Hesselden going to compound the misery?
I think he is. I think he is, and I think we may see Dave the Harp coming into the pits soon. Now,
I was just about to say tyre wear is kicking in about 2 laps earlier. He did seem to be struggling.
Now, if I was Adam 4600, I'd be pitting as well, because if Dave pits, Adam may as well pit as well.
Going for it.
So
Hesselden's in the pit.
He might be trying to see if he can get a little bit of an undercut then, as Dave the Harp and Adam 4600 continue on. I wonder where Hesselden is going to come out on track, because 4th place driver Montana has got Ray right behind him. We mentioned it earlier on that Ray was faster, and he has now pretty much caught him up. But are we going to see either of these into the pits? Montana, no. Ray, no. So Ray's got half a chance then down into turn 1, because he has got a good straight line speed. They were both flashing their lights. I don't think Ray's close enough.
Nice straight line speed down here.
But these guys are now up to 3rd and 4th. Oh, Ray is so much faster down the straight.
Yeah.
He's
gone defensive.
Oh,
no! Oh, nearly. That was really close to some bad driving there from Montana.
I think that got Ray's attention there. He's going to try and do the same move he did on Jason earlier on. Get the other guy to take the tighter line so he can carry the speed. Oh, Montana defended it beautifully there. Some may disagree, but he did what he had to do there. Positioned his car in a place where Ray couldn't get past.
So, he's got a lot of speed through here though. This is where he's got the best chance down into the hairpin. Is he going to do a dive bomb?
He's looking.
Lad. But Montana.
Oh, a little bit of contact.
Close.
And
Montana should have thought, oh, I've got a car up my inside, I'll give it a bit of a wide berth. But
I tell you what, that's allowed Jason to catch up a little bit. Hesselden has come out in 6th place. Adam and Dave the Harp have continued on, and Dave is now catching Adam, so we could be on for another battle for the lead. With these guys not having pitted yet, I've got a feeling they're both going to try and go to the end.
But if they try and go at the end and they're this close, if they keep battling like this, I wouldn't be surprised if Hesselden won't be meeting them by the end of the race. I mean, it looks a fair decent gap. But if they're losing 3 seconds a lap, and there's 10 laps to go.
Yeah, well, at the moment, they're still doing 127.6s. Hesselden's just come out of the pit, so it'll be interesting to see what lap time Hesselden can do.
That was close from Dave, really hard braking up behind Adam there, into the hairpin. Almost touched them.
I just seen in the distance as well in the background, Woolhouse and Jonesy still close to each other on track, so they've not wiped each other out just yet, but anything can still happen with 12 and a half laps to go.
I think Dave's sniffing for a move now.
Sniffing blood.
But Adam, as we know, he's got a bit of a cool head. He can deal with the pressure.
Now, Is Dave's car going to be fast in a straight line? Is it going to be as fast as Ray's was? It doesn't look like it. He's not catching anything like Ray was earlier, although
and
he is now
like
gaining.
They will be catching the two dueling back markers of Woolhouse and Jonesy.
Ray has pitted. Ray has come out in 6th place, so he's behind Hesselden, who is in 5th, whose lap time is... Oh, Hesselden's last lap was a 1:35, but that was actually still part pit lane as well. Jason's up to 4th place, Montana in 3rd, and I tell you what, I think Jason's catching Montana. Hesselden is about the start-finish straight behind those guys, and Ray, I can't see exactly where he is, but as you mentioned, Jonesy and Woolhouse are close on track, and they have got Adam and Dave not that far behind them. We can see them in the background there, so we'll go back on board with those two. Now, this is this situation where I can't imagine Jonesy and Woolhouse really spotting that these guys catching them are the leaders and getting out of the way.
I don't even know if they'll even know. They'll just think, oh, maybe it's 2 cars behind us.
Quite possibly.
Unless there's a clear notification from this game saying
blue
the
flag
leaders are coming up behind you, blue flags. I don't think that they'll give a monkey. Dave's really dropped off there in the last sector. He's lost about 2 or 3 seconds. One from a speed boost penalty, or just from going over sausage curbs a bit too violently.
Well, they say sausages make...
do that.
No, they say the sausages make you fat. They definitely make you slow. Okay, driver Montana. I mentioned that Jason was catching him up, and Jason is now all over the back of him. I think Montana might be struggling a bit with his tyres. He's going for the pits.
It's not a conventional way to join pit entry.
No, that is true. But Jason now up to 3rd place. I wouldn't be surprised if he does go all the way to the end on that set of tyres.
After the 3 bumps he's had, which were not his fault, he's got naught to lose now other than to stay out. Definitely.
Okay, is Hesselden improving on his lap times? Hesselden's last lap, was a 126.9. Adams was a 127.0. Dave's was a 128.6. So Hesselden's not lapping that much quicker than Adam at the moment, and GT5 King has just got out of his way.
He might be lapping quicker in a few moments because Adam is bearing down on the 2 back markers, and they're not holding anything back. They're just battling away like mad.
Okay, Ray up to 5th place with Hesselden up to 4th. Hesselden and Ray really need to get it together now. They really need to get that fight, well, not the fight, the lap times dropping as quick as they can. As we're now watching Jonesy and Woolhouse. May as well keep an eye on these two. They're the closest battle, with the leaders catching them up. Now for these guys, I mean, this is where for Woolhouse, moving out of Adam's way is not a bad idea as long as Jonesy does the same, because Woolhouse could capitalise by, when Jonesy lets them through, he may be able to overtake. So it's something that they're going to have to start thinking about, and Adam's flashing his lights at them, letting them know that he's catching them up as they go side by side.
Slow. Yeah, they're going to compromise each other through here, especially if they start banging wheels.
Yep, and Adam's going to be all over them right now. Here he is. It's time for these guys to get out of the way, but I'm not so sure that they're going to notice it or do it.
No, doesn't look like it at all. They're just focusing on each other.
It could be possible they'll let him through on the straight. There he is, flashing his lights again.
Now.
He's already going past Woolhouse. Ducks in to get the slipstream on Jonesy.
Doing that. Woolhouse, if he gets a bit of slipstream back, you don't want him crowding into you in the first corner.
That is true. Hopefully Woolhouse won't be going for an overtake, but I tell you what, he's looking at it.
Yeah,
he's going for it.
He's compromising.
He's going to try and unlap himself. That has compromised his exit though. So that might be frustrating for Adam, but at least he'll be able to giggle on the exit of it. That one's not quite worked. It's your turn now, Jonesy. What are you going to do? Come on, Indy. Get out of the way.
Oh, Adam's got so much speed through Nissan.
I tell you what, I think Jonesy is getting out of the way for him. He is. He's dabbed the brakes early to let him through. But these guys have now got Dave the Harp right behind him. And this is going to help Dave the Harp because these guys, they've had Adam come, like, catch up and go past. So they should know that Dave the Harp is there. And he may get a slightly easier pass.
I don't think so. I think there's going to be some choice words coming from Dave Hart's cockpit. He's flashing his lights. There'll be some...
oh, there we go. Woolhouse is out of the way.
That was much more convenient.
Unless Woolhouse is thinking, well, I managed to kind of reopen... Oh, no, Woolhouse is going for the pits. That would be why. Well, that's allowed Jonesy the freedom to give Dave plenty of space. Now, I did see Jason was close to someone, and it's driver Montana. He's just overtaken him through turn 1 to take 5th place. So Jason has pitted because he was up in about 3rd place with Ray and Hesselden pitting earlier. So Ray is back up to 4th, Hesselden in 3rd, and the gap between those two is now quite large.
I'm wondering if Hesselden, when he's pitted, if rather than just having the tyres changed, if he's also had fuel put in, because it does seem a rather large gap, and on this game you do not want to be waiting in that pit lane any longer than you have to.
That is true. I think Dave the Harp is still stuck behind Jonesy. He's been behind him for a whole lap. No, Ray spun it. Sorry, Ray. Okay, so Dave's managed to get through, but Ray's just spun it in the final chicane. He could have done without that because Jason isn't that far behind. And with him getting past driver Montana, he's now opening up a little bit of a gap. So let's have a look at what times have been. Adam 4600 a 28.0, Dave the Harp a 27.8, Hesselden a 27.2, Ray a 31.9 with a spin, Jason a 27.8, driver Montana a 29.0. He's been in the 29s pretty much all the way through this race. Jonesy a 30.5, Elmo a 128.4, so he's got speed, he's just not been able to hook it up all on the consistency. My Bad's in the 130s and Woolhouse is in the 2-minute 6s, but he did pit on his latest lap. Oh, and GT5 King's just had a spin.
Yeah.
Managed to spot that in the background. Nice one there, Rian. Keep on going.
My Bad's just coming to the pits and Jones is also in the pits.
Okay, so it is a 2-stop for My Bad.
Jones has been held there for quite a long time. I'm wondering if he's forgot to press close.
I'm wondering if that engineer there is saying, you should have got out the way, you naughty boy. I've got Dave the Harp coming through my headset. I'm half deaf now. Right, off you go. Behave. Now, where's Woolhouse? Woolhouse is coming down the start finish. He was behind before the stops. He's now ahead. Okay, Elmo is up into 7th place with driver Montana. I'm trying to see, there is a bit of a gap between 6th and 7th, and Jason still trying to pull away from driver Montana. Ray Hart a little bit down the road, and he's got My Bad coming out in front of him. He probably thought that would be Dave the Hart for a moment, but it's not, it's My Bad. Oh, Ray's gone deep, he's out-braked himself. I think My Bad was getting out of his way, which he is, and it's put Ray off a little bit. Hesselden up to 3rd place, as we know, all on his own on track at the moment. Dave the Harp into 2nd place, but goodness me, look at the gap between Dave and Adam now. It is huge.
It's about 6 seconds.
Now, a big portion of that could have been down to being stuck in traffic, but Dave's had a clear lap on this last lap, and he did a 128.9, so maybe Dave's tyres are now beginning to struggle. If this is his pace, then Hesselden is going to be catching him on average nearly 2 seconds a lap.
I'm looking at Adam's tyres, and I can tell you that they are dead. There's no tyre temperature in them at all, but it's still keeping the pace. Now,
I don't think that Hesselden's going to be able to catch the leaders as Elmo is in the pits once again. It may be close to My Bad. This could be very close on the exit of the pit lane if My Bad can get his car going quick enough. No, it's Ray that is behind Lee Elmo there, but not in position. Yeah, I'm not sure if Hesselden's going to have enough laps to catch. He's going to be quicker at this time with the better tyres, having made a stop, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch them. 5 laps to go, 2 seconds a lap. That's 10 seconds gain. And I think he's more than that behind. I mean, Adam's still lapping in the mid-27s.
Yeah.
And David Hart's in the 28s. Sorry.
Yeah, it was only 1.2. Adam was only 1.2 seconds off his best on that last lap. So these tyres, even though they've got no grip, they're still giving him plenty of confidence.
Well, it could be his driving style that's allowing him to just really push the car around this track, whereas Dave perhaps now struggling a little bit more. Let's see what Hesselden's next lap is. Hesselden another 27.0, so he's gained another second on Dave, but the gap is huge. It's more than 10 seconds. He's not going to catch that up. Okay, let's see if we can go and find ourselves some action on the track. I tell you what, Jason isn't that far behind Ray, you know. Who's been the quicker out of those two recently? Ray 28.9, sorry, Jason 27.8. So, oh no, Ray's just done a 27.0 and Jason is about to do, when we get there, a 27.7. So Ray seems safe at the moment.
We've got Jonesy and Woolhouse still battling away.
No, it's Jonesy and GT5 King. GT5 King, he's done a lap time of a 126.3. Where's he pulled that from?
I'm wondering if he's pitted, because these two were quite far behind. Well, if he's just got fresh rubber on about 2 laps ago, maybe.
Well, since qualifying, GT5 King has pulled his lap time down by 4 seconds. He's going for a move into Eurocar. That is such a horrible name for a corner. It's just oh no, he's off. He's going. He's gone. Oh,
anticlimax.
It's such a shame. He's been. I think he's got the fastest lap of the race. You know. Has GT5 King, but he's followed it up with a spin. So from one end of the spectrum all the way to the other. But fair play to him. I mean, he jumped in these cars. He's gained himself 4 seconds a lap on lap time. He's given it a good go. He's had a couple of spins, but that's what's going to happen when you're not prepared and you haven't practiced. But I tell you what, he's going to have to be careful.
We've got Dave Hart down in 3rd. He must have had a problem.
He is down in 3rd. Hesselden's got past him.
Pitted. He must have pitted. That gap was so big, he must have pitted.
I think you're right.
If not,
that must have been a pit stop. Let's see what his last lap was. His last lap was a 1:58.7. That's kind of pit stop lap times, that is, because his sector 3 was a 20.6, which isn't that slow, to be honest. So I think you're right. I think he has pitted. Perhaps it was one of those situations where he was in 2nd place, Adam's pulling away, Hesselden's catching him. If he puts on a fresh set of tyres, he can attack Hesselden and get his 2nd place back. If Adam's tyres really go off, he may have a chance of getting the win, but he's now catching Hesselden rather than Hesselden catching him.
Yeah, because if Adam makes a huge mistake down at turn 1, these two will be all over him. Whereas at least if Dave's now got fresh rubber, he's going to be in prime position to take that place. He knew he didn't have the pace to take 1st place on merit, so this is the only way to roll the dice.
Well, it's one of those things. It's a move to guarantee himself 2nd place, but he only guarantees himself 2nd place if he can be faster than Hesselden and overtake him. And I think now that Hesselden's in this battle, he's not gonna give it up easy.
Dave's just took too much curve through there. He lost a bit of time then. Okay. His tyres are just getting up to temperature now.
Okay, Adam has just crossed the line, so he's only got 2 laps remaining. So that's the gap then between him and these two here. He's already down near turn 1, and these guys are just coming into Eurocar and the final chicane now. So there is a big gap. Adam is not going to be pitting again, I think that's for certain. I think if he did, he'd probably end up losing the lead. But it's now down to whether Dave can get past Hesselden in these last 2 laps.
Could possibly be that Dave just wanted a bit of action the last 2 laps rather than a lonely race.
Quite possibly, quite possibly. Here's some interesting information for you though. Hesselden, if he finishes 2nd place, he scores 20 points. Oh, as Dave gets really close. And now Hesselden's wide. Oh, but manages to stay ahead.
He's going to do the undercut now, up the hill.
You can see he's got the better speed going up the hill because of the compromised corner. So Dave is applying the pressure. Hesselden, what are you going to do? How are you going to cope with it? He's got it turned in nicely for that corner. Is he going to go defensive? Is Dave?
He's thinking about it. Yeah, he's having to go defensive. He knows.
He's not gone all out defensive there, but he just moved across enough to say, don't bother, don't bother. Nice driving by Hesselden though, because if he'd have gone all out defensive, he'd have compromised himself even more around these corners.
Dave nearly lost it on the curb then.
Oh, so that gives Hesselden... That gives Hesselden a little bit of a breather. But I was going to say, if Hesselden finishes 20...
not much of a breather. He's back all over him.
He's going to spin it though, is he? No, he's managed to keep it going.
Tight over there. A little bit more, a little bit further wide, and it'd have been rear end swapping.
I tell you what, I said Jason was possibly catching Ray. He's all over his rear end, and this is crucial for Ray because
Dave's going to go for the move now. He's down at turn 1.
He is. Hesselden could jump Ray in the standings on this final lap, so Hesselden needs this position.
It's gone wide again.
Just about manages to stay ahead. I just want to quickly see how Ray and Jason are getting on. They're still battling side by side, coming into the final corners. They've got another lap to complete. Adam 4600 not far away from the finish. Hesselden and Dave still fighting it out, but this is crucial for Hesselden. He needs these 20 points to have a chance of jumping Ray. If Ray finishes 4th, he'll be on 13 points. It won't be enough, I don't think. I think Hesselden needs Jason to overtake Ray. But Hesselden, I'd say he's looking comfortable now. Ray, on the other hand, has got Jason harassing him down towards turn 1 as Adam 4600 crosses the line, takes victory here in Catalunya in emphatic style. Now, Dave the Harp, you've only got 4 corners to go. What are you going to do?
In this final sector, is he going to go for a dive bomb?
He needs a good exit now to have a chance. He's over the inside.
Oh, is this final corner?
A little bit of contact.
He's done it! Oh, what a move! I thought that were going to end up with tears.
So Dave the Harp then sneaks through on the final corner to take 2nd place with Hesselden in 3rd. Jason is ahead of Ray. Oh dear. So, I mean, that's great. I apologise, Jason, that we've missed the overtake, but I don't think Ray's given up on this one yet. So, I mean, we've seen that Ray's quick on in a straight, so I wonder if Ray can do the same thing that Dave did.
But he's compromised.
Oh,
Ray turned into him.
A little bit of contact, but they're still going. You've got to have one more chance, Ray.
Oh,
no, you're not. He's spun it.
No.
That lets Jason loose. He's through, and that's given driver Montana a place as well. I think it has.
Can you believe it?
So Jason, he's going across the line.
Ray's got in the wall. He's so mad with himself.
I can imagine he is. Yeah, he's not happy. I think that's let go of the wheel, foot to the floor. I tell you what,
that's the Hamilton Valencia 2012 moment, smashing the steering wheel.
Oh, well, it's taken me straight off the end of the race there. Thankfully, though, I had a quick look at the final positions there. Hopefully, they were all in the right order. But wow, what a race! I mean, we said it was going to be frantic, and it was.
Yeah, it was frantic at the start, then had a bit of a lull, and then the last couple of laps just got the adrenaline going.
So, do we have any guesses about what Dave the Arp's saying to himself now, and perhaps even what Ray is saying to himself now?
I've got to say, Hesselden was very polite through that last corner there with Dave. I think anybody else, if it was battling for the lead, they might have squeezed Dave just a little bit, but it was good to watch. It was
good, very good racing there. I mean, I think Ray is going to be absolutely fuming with himself that he couldn't get that move done. It's one of those, he clips the back of the car, and because it's in the middle of a change of direction, around she goes. Well, what a way to end the PCS season in the Ginetta Juniors. Absolutely fantastic. What that's going to do for the standings, I'm not entirely sure, because with Hesselden finishing third place, that means he'll score 16 points. That'll put him on 130. So Ray is safe in third place. With Adam taking the victory in this race, he's now going to be on 167 points. But with Dave the Harp taking second place, he's going to be on 193. So Dave the Harp, a very deserving PCS champion there. But I tell you what, he's going to have to watch out for Adam 4600 in the next season, because I think this season, will have just given Adam so much confidence, because he's got the speed. He knows he has. If he puts it together, he can go and win races. I mean, having said that, we know that Ray can be quick as well, as can Hesselden and Mulrine and Chris Core and Grable, who haven't been able to race this evening. Woolhouse and Jonesy, they're always going to give us some action. Driver Montana, I reckon we're going to see more from him next season as well. Jason, he has just come on strong in these last two races. It's almost like someone's pulled their finger out of his backside and suddenly he's going faster. He's unclogged the fuel lines, that's what that is. And so, yeah, I mean, fantastic season, a fantastic end to the season there. And GT5 King of Adam was shown as well.
Yeah, I've got to say, just from watching this season, Dave the Harp, no offence to him, but he should have won both series. Mm-hmm. But he's seeing now how quickly it can turn round and how quickly other people can catch up.
Oh, yes.
And he's going to find it 1,000 times harder next season. He's very fast, he's very consistent, but he's going to have to find something special to keep winning every week.
And the thing is as well, when you've got that title of champion, you are a moving target. People are going to want to beat you. So he's going to come under a lot of pressure next season. And as you mentioned, I mean, not in full detail, but if you do end up putting your car on its roof, you're going to lose out big time.
Yeah. So watch out, Kev, next Friday.
Well, he's
all Friday leagues. Watch out.
He's all right next Friday, because we're going to have a bit of a break now, which comes into giving a bit of information. Okay, so we have come to the end of the Project Cars seasons on the PCF and the PCS. Simple names really, Project Cars Friday, Project Cars Sunday. So yeah, 10 round season completed. There will be another one on both of those days, but we're going to have a break. So I was meant to check exactly what date it will be that we restart, but it's going to be early January. I'm not sure if it's the first week of January, because I think the first is on a Friday. So I think it'll be like Friday the 8th will be the first Project Cars Friday event, which will be in the LMP2s. Tracks are not confirmed yet. On the Sunday following that, it'll be the 10th. We will be into the PCS again for another 10 races. Tracks still to be confirmed, and they will be in the Ginetta G55 GT3s. Now, if anyone has been watching our videos and are interested in taking part in our Project Cars leagues, come and find us on Facebook, Front Row Racing, send us a message and we'll get you in. Obviously, there is a limit to how many drivers we can have in the lobby, so all the drivers that have taken, they'll get first shout of a place. And we'll try and keep it to 14 drivers. If drivers can't make it one week and we end up with a space, then so be it. So yeah, if you are wanting to get involved, let us know sooner rather than later. Or if F1 is your flavour, Also, contact Front Row Racing, because we do have our F1 leagues, which are very, very interesting, and they'll be starting in January, or restarting in January again. Okay, that's pretty much all from myself, although I will check the messages in a second. Any final thoughts there, James?
I was cracking. No, it was a cracking race. Dave has had a bit of a wake-up call, I think. Especially from Adam's tyre wear. We did say, I think it was last week, that his tyre wear was what killed him. I think he's learnt from that. He's come back even stronger as Adam.
Definitely. Now, I have just seen the messages, which means they're going to end up being on the YouTube page. Now, you probably haven't seen them, James, and kudos, you naughty, naughty boy. At first he says, hello all, and and then he, Shabba. What was his surname?
Don't have a clue.
No. Well, think of Banks, but with a different beginning letter. That's what he's written. Shabba Anks. So yeah, I think we'll leave that at that.
Nice.
No, it's not. But then, we all do it anyway. Okay, we'll bring the proceedings to an end there, seeing as Kudos has lowered the tone. Although I think we probably did that talking about Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
She had them with you.
Nor the Janetta Juniors. I was just refilling my car.
I'm going to leave it at that one. I was going to burst out.
I slipped in.
I'll come back.
I'll be back.
Okay, we're going to bring it to an end there, folks. It's been a fantastic F1 season, a fantastic Project Car season. This is our last event for 2015, last live event on YouTube, unless we do something I've been thinking about, but I haven't decided if we're going to do that yet. So we're going to bring it to an end. So James Hulkenberg, thank you very much for joining us on commentary. GT5 King also deserves a thanks for the earlier races that he joined us on commentary and taking part in the race this evening. Thank you to all of the drivers, thank you to the viewers. I've been Front Row Racing DP on behalf of Front Row Racing, and that's all, folks. We'll see you all again soon.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye.